I legitimately believe this is one of the best niches possible for hitting $10,000 a month with your social media marketing agency. The deal size is massive, the competition is almost non-existent, and the industry just is not saturated the way others are. You don't need to rely on crazy guarantees, cheap prices, or any other BS that makes it really hard to be profitable consistent. So, what is this untapped niche? Let's get into it. Now, I would be relatively confident that most people watching this video have actually never heard of this niche. It's not a very common one, and that is lead generation for franchisors. Now, a lot of you probably know what a franchise is, and you're thinking of things like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, mainly things around fast food likely, but many of you probably don't know what a franchisor is, or the relationship between a franchisee and a franchisor, or what would franchisors even need leads for. So in this video, I want to break down exactly that relationship between a franchisee-franchisor and how you can make a lot of money by providing leads to franchisors, how you can do pricing, service delivery, and much more. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here we are in a Notion document I have here. I want to go through a definition and some examples of a franchisor and franchisee relationship. Then we'll talk about how franchisors make money and how you can make money by making franchisors money. So starting out, a franchisor, pulling right from a definition, is an individual or company that sells or grants a franchise for the sale of goods or the operations of a service. So essentially, a franchisor owns an overarching brand, and they are selling a license where somebody can purchase a specific location to operate that business. It's essentially a business in a box. So a franchisee is an individual or company that holds a franchise for the sale of goods or the operation of a service. So a franchisee is a person who has purchased a franchise from the franchisor and they are operating it locally. So two examples here. Let's say the franchisor is McDonald's, probably the world's most well-known franchise. A franchisee might be XYZ Corporation or even an individual who owns a McDonald's in West Palm Beach, Florida, or any other location. Now, franchising is not just fast food. There's actually franchises in virtually every industry. An example right here is Transworld Business Advisors. They are a business brokerage, the largest in the world to my knowledge. That would be the franchisor. Now, the franchisee would be XYZ individual or corporation who owns a Transworld Business Advisors specific to a certain geographic location. That would be the franchisee. So that gives you an idea of definitions. Now let's talk about how franchisors make money. That way you know how you can make money by making them money. So franchisors are going to make money in three main ways. The first is actually selling a franchise. So they find somebody who wants to open their own business and wants to copy the model that they've already proven, and they sell that actual franchise license to a certain location, or sometimes multiple locations. Now this sale is generally going to be quite large. The average franchise might be high tens of thousands or low hundreds of thousands, with some going into millions of dollars. So it is a really big sale. Now, the franchisor, after the initial sale, is going to continue to make money to then do marketing and other business activities, and that's normally done through royalties, which is a percentage of profit or revenue sometimes, or this can also be a flat monthly fee that you have to pay to continue to own that franchise. And then there's also going to be other fees from franchisees. So basically, franchisors are making money by licensing the business model, so they need new franchisees to get those initial sales, royalties, and other fees. So that's how franchisors make money. Let's go into how we're going to make franchisors money. So there's a lot of ways that franchises are bought, but there's going to be three that are the most common. First is direct marketing from a franchisor. So I am McDonald's and I am doing marketing not for McDonald's hamburgers, but for McDonald's franchises. So a lead is captured for someone who's interested in owning a specific franchise. McDonald's says, hey, own a McDonald's franchise, apply here. It's specific to that one brand. They go for a discovery process. We talk about logistics, locations, and then there's a sale. That is the first way. The second way is through a franchise broker, similar to a business broker, for example, or a realtor. So a lead is going to be captured that is someone who is generally interested in owning a franchise. Maybe they have one in mind, but the marketing is more generic. It's not, do you want to own a McDonald's? It's, do you want to own a franchise? Then a discovery process is held with the franchise broker. A franchise is recommended if it's one of the partners of the franchise broker. They go for logistics, a sale, then the franchise broker gets paid. And the third is lead vendors. If you go on Google and you look up what franchise is right for me or what's the best franchise to buy, there'll be tons of websites that'll have lead forms or surveys, and they're all designed to capture you as a lead to then sell your information. So a lead is captured by someone who is generally interested in a franchise, and then once you have the information filled out, that lead is bought either by one, meaning they have exclusive rights, or multiple franchise brokers or also franchisors, and that can be anywhere from a few dollars to sometimes hundreds and sometimes actually thousands of dollars for these leads. And then the lead owner is paid. The franchise broker normally gets paid on commission when a deal is closed. The lead is just paid as the lead is. And then there's logistics and a sale. So those are the three most typical ways that a sale is conducted to a franchisor. How we can make money from this is pretty obvious. We can do lead generation for a franchisor, option 1. We can do lead gen for a franchise broker, option 2. And option 3 is we can create a lead magnet for potential franchisees and then sell that to whoever wants to pay the price we want to offer. So what are we actually going to do to get that lead? Well, for the third option, it's a little bit different because normally you're going to create like a lead magnet or landing page. But the actual process is up to you. You can do cold email. You could target, for example, somebody who works a normal job and say, hey, open your franchise instead. You could do cold calling. You could do direct mail. You could do Google ads. You could do Facebook ads. You could do YouTube ads. You could do TikTok. It really doesn't matter. I would not do all of these. I would just do one. I would lean towards, like, personally, Facebook and probably cold email. And then you would probably send these people to a funnel that would qualify. And then you have a lead. And so that would be lead gen. You would have, maybe it could be specific to a specific franchisor or more general. So the process is pretty simple here. Most people just don't know this whole world exists. And I know the next question, I'm going to answer it, which is, well, how do I make money for this? So let's talk about a few ways to make money from this. So there's 5 main ways you can charge. The first would be a setup fee plus pay-per-lead. This is for option 1 and 2. You're working with a franchisor or a franchise broker. You're going to set up their system. This is their ads, their funnel, their lead capture, maybe set up a few zaps to notify them, and then charge on a pay-per-lead basis. You could either do let me format this properly, you could do a flat fee per lead, anywhere between, let's say, $75 to $200, or you could do a variable fee per lead based on requirements. And then maybe you do anywhere from $25 to $1,000, maybe based on the net worth or buying intent. The next option is just pure pay-per-lead. You could just for any 3 of these, lead vendors, franchise brokers, or direct for a franchisor. It's simply you get a lead and then you sell it. And that could be either one of these pricing models right here. We then have retainer plus commission on a sale. You can also do retainer plus pay-per-lead, where maybe, for example, you're going to charge $1,000 to $3,000 a month, depending on how proven your process is, and let's say anywhere from 1% to 5% commission. I honestly don't know what commissions are typical in franchise world, but I'm sure you could figure it out. So retainer plus commission, or you could just do pure retainer. I'll do this a little bit higher, maybe $1,500 to $4,000 a month, again, depending on your social proof and how much people trust you. And then the final option we would call it infrastructure setup. I've recorded other videos on this, but it's essentially where you set up a process, get it to work, and then train team members, either in the franchise brokerage or the franchisor company, how to maintain and run this business so they no longer need you. So you're helping them build a system that runs on its own, which is really valuable. But that is how I would charge for this. So there you have it. That is the niche, which I would almost guarantee you haven't heard of, that has huge ticket prices, no competition, and I can tell you from knowing franchise brokers and franchisors, they need more leads, not enough people provide them. So look into it, do your research, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, or if you want to work with me one-on-one to actually build this business out, go ahead and apply to work with me down below at growb2b.io. We'll help you with the offer, with the leads, with the scripts, the sales process, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.